above as the teams prepare to drop in and spread the love, or the lead, if you will, and hope to be the last team standing, Cross.
Hey, once again, we got a pretty rough plane here, though. Looking at it from the center on the north side going towards the southwest. If you're on Los Leones team or towards the southeast side, you're going to have some trouble.
I mean, it's not Los Leones, Impala, Puerto Patricio, even to a large point, Pumaseta is going to just be a late drop. There's not a lot of options for the teams that would like to go to those areas. The only saving grace is this is one of the best trash loot maps on the game. They have the highest gun spawn sites of any of the 4 maps, so even if you have to get a little trashy with your looting, you're still going to come out on top.
Oh yeah, and look at this. 69, you're actually going for Campo Militar. That's actually a little bit surprising because that's going to be a lot of rotation if you don't get the circle up on the north towards you.
Yeah, here's the argument though. It's got great loot, and if this plane is this far to the northwest, it means that rotation around Ozahar for anything in the south will probably be wide open. So we'll see if strategy, if that 200 IQ drop in the early looting on military pans out for these jets.
Okay, we got the first circle, and let's see, it's going to be on the western side.
So that's exactly what they didn't want to see.
Well, it doesn't really matter because they can do the rotation on the north side of the map without any problem. There's not many teams there. I mean, you got Scars Black up on La Corberea, but that's about it.
The only challenge here is Team 69 won't have been able to really track drop on the north side. So the rotation may be tricky. But let's jump over to Bigatron Gaming as they get their loot up and running in a contested area. This Hacienda looks like they're going to be challenging. No, they got this to themselves. Happy, go lucky, lots of loot here, lots of ability to sort of guarantee almost the first circle is going to come near to you. You don't have to move that quickly. Good spot for them.
Well, at the same time, with the circle that we have, it's going to be a little bit rough because you don't want to go south towards Picado, so they got to go north, and that means you're moving out from the center of the circle. You want to go a little bit around it.
Yeah, they
go north, south, south.
Looting in a mansion, relaxing in one, as well as those guys play on the couches here in Berlin. Let's jump over to the guys from PLM who will be looting. If you think of the circle as a giant pizza, you want to maintain your wedge.
I mean, also, at the same time, since we're on Miramar now and not on Sandhawk anymore, the place is so different. You can't just go snaking. You got so much vision from high grounds on this map. It's kind of impossible for you just to be snaking. You want to be active, you want to be proactive and knowing what's around you all the time.
Just checked in with Team Soul, looting Picado, the city of Sin, all for themselves. And now
Hacienda right down there moving a little bit north. They're trying to go in from the east side and towards the west.
ARG got Los Leones. I mean, we talked about Los Leones. It was way off of the flight path.
Yeah.
ARG had to fight to get there. They're going to have a little bit of time to loot because they know no one else is going to be too close.
On the move. And look at this though. What's happening?
Nova taking some shots here. He does manage to get away. We see them butting heads with the opponents here. It looks like it is going to be Scars Black that's taking some shots at them. Scars has the rooftops. Nova sort of came into their area here. Scars definitely has the visual advantage with George up on the roof, using that third-party perspective to gather information. You can see him doing it right now with the map, with the camera control, and letting his team on the ground know exactly where their opponents are.
Yeah, no, but they can't really get an angle on George if George doesn't stand up, so he can just beat up the wall to give all the information in the world towards his teammates.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nova going to jump away here. We see Fireboy taking some shots at Soul now. Mortal going to have to try to turn around and get away, and it's not going to be an issue. I don't think they'll lose him necessarily, except, KK Skirter right there. Okay, I think Soul should be all right here as the guys from Top Esports are going to tuck in and just sort of send some warnings downrange.
I mean, yeah, they're just southwest of the power grid, and there's a lot of space to play on. Remember, we're just in phase 2 here. You don't need to engage right now. What you want to do is still position yourself for the later games. You want to, if it goes to the city, for example, you want to be ready to just crash into that city.
Absolutely, and again, the thing about Miramar is you start to move in, you find a safe spot, and you just really want to wait for the circle, right? You want to let everyone else fight it out, let people die in transition. Placement is incredibly important here. A lot of the teams, with the exception of 2 or 3, say placement is king. You need to get to those final 5 spots, rack in the big placement points, and then put kills and cherries on top. Nice spray, a White Cat. Looks like he's sending a message, but he immediately has to back off. There's no cover over there. So if the guys from Soul decide to dismount and fire back, he would have been in big trouble. So this is going to continue to be sort of a war of attrition between the guys from Top Esports and Seoul.
Look, at the same time, Top Esports on top of there, they got so much vision, they can scout everything and just grab the information and see, hey, where do we want to play from?
Yeah, but can you imagine being caught inside of an X-Quest and Soul sandwich, essentially, which is what they are right now? It's got to be stressful. If either one pushes, you know the other's not going to be far away from doing it as well. 69 Esports here, we got Lashan up on top. Bufla as well over by the Crater fields. Not a bad position. I like Crater. Good places to hike cars and good places to rotate out.
At the same time, when you're going to high ground here, you don't have too much cover to work with, so you got to be careful and choose wisely where you want to be playing it from.
Still staring.
Kind of the same thing we saw on Sanok in the last game when it went on the north side all by himself.
I expect him to stop at the God buildings for a little bit of scouting, maybe rotate to the South Pozo Hills. It's a good spot to sort of hunker down. I think they're probably watching that drop coming down. Meanwhile, Kitsune is watching his own opponent right now. He's so far away, I can't even see who he's fighting at the moment, but he's forced him to stop his car and dismount.
And you're going to miss every shot you don't take.
100% of the time you miss a shot if you don't take it. You are absolutely correct, Braz, and that's, I think, one of the biggest ones when you start to learn to play, especially survival stuff, PUBG Mobile, you want to take the shot and go downside, maybe through the head. You go next, baby. All right, Basic, putting up a nice shot as they push on the guys from Scars Black. It looks like Scars had no idea, really unprepared. One shot! He gets the knock over there and behind the hill, and now it looks like Scars is going to be serious trouble as ELG just pushes.
ELG here, they are super aggressive. They want to take out Scars Black. They know that that's the winners of the last game, and they don't want them to get more points.
Absolutely. If you can squelch the winners early in this tournament, they did knock them down to 2. It's going to make it a lot harder for them to take home those placement points. So it's going to be good news for everyone in the field. You know they saw that kill feed. You know they were excited to see Scars going down. But Elite Gaming cues up the grenade. A nice top toss here, but it looks like Scars has already extricated themselves from this fight.
Yeah, we see Reno in the distance there. He's going to wrap around in the blue, try to keep up Reno until there's a little bit more to south because the circle shifted towards the east. That means they're pretty close to next.
As they shoot down on SSG, our second place team from the last match. 6-less is now carless as Rising gets a nice little shoot.
But look at what's happening on the south side there. A flank is coming in, and Rising, eyes up.
Yep. I mean, he's got the 2 sides to worry about. He knows that he is being pushed down on. He does have a partner nearby, but will it be enough? Working without the red dot, iron sight goes to the 4X. Good spray there. Oh no! Oh, the almost hero from the last game gets knocked off the bike. Not much they can do to save him. He's going to crawl and just make it hard to get the kill. But don't tell Ryzen that. Apparently, he doesn't even need to worry about the recoil.
He's a one-man show right now.
The nade.
Is it going to be a Kobe? No, it's not enough.
It was perfectly on the smoke, though. He threw it to the right spot. It was great. It sent a message to SSG. Maybe it's best if you just hide, boys.
Look, SSG got the shack right now. It's not optimal, though, but you're in the center of the circle. You have cover around you, and you have your windows you can just peek out of.
Remember, third-person perspective, they're using that advantage to peek through the small hole, and they can figure out where their opponents are. The bad news is, X-Quest not far away. They want to get involved with, Bigatron. He's in trouble. Matic got to run as he is getting lit by Cool Boy. Fortunately, there it is. One tag, sends a message. Matic immediately reverses the car. Probably going to hide back in that ditch and say, okay, message received, my man.
Hey, HQF here, they got a great compound, and again, they are in the center of the circle as well, more or less. So that means if they can hold this off, they can grab a lot of kills. And we saw it in the last game. 10 kills.
Yeah, you heard the devs talking about it. Scoom brought up the vast size of this map, how we're going to see a lot of long-range fighting in the mid-game. That's exactly what we're seeing. In Sandhawk, we saw a lot of 3Xs and sprays. Here it's been all about the 4 and the 6X and the very careful tap of the DMR. DMR seems to really be a carrier here on the Miramar map.
Oh yeah, and HQF.
We probably see Busan take his fight or just move on to a new spot.
Looks like they want to move into a new spot. They also got a few vehicles here to work with. So we know this is Miramar. It might be a little bit open from place to place, but with vehicles you can build your own little fortress and work from there.
At the end of the day, they were outside the circle. It's better to be in if you're going to pick a fight than out, and they're going to start that rotation. Meanwhile, let's jump over to 69 Gaming, who is in a similar position with Nova. Neither of them are inside the circle. If they take this fight, it is a losing proposition for both. You have to finish it quickly, or you have to find a better rotation. 69 looks like they're going to opt to get into the circle and play gatekeeper instead of force the fight on the outside.
It's almost too bad to take the fight, because if you can take the fight and wipe them off, you get more room to work with on your side of the circle. But it looks like 69, they're going to set themselves up on the north side of the new circle and try to gatekeep the other teams.
You just saw a little map pop in on the right side. PLM off to the other. Sprays the full fiddle shoes. Did he find anybody on that one? I think it was a pin. Yep, he's got Nova pin. They're upside down behind a car. What can you do? If there's one grenade, that'll be the end of Nova, and immediately they start to pull out the throwable.
There it goes.
Here's the cue. Can he work it out? The cook is on. The toss. Wait for the explosion, and it looks like AY's gotten away. JN, not so much. Grenade wasn't in the right spot, but Nova's still pinned down.
Gotta be careful, Nova getting shot here.
He's gonna have to fall back. Looks like a third party might have gotten involved from the distance. Nova defending. I honestly, Ross, don't know how Nova got out of that.
Yeah, how did they actually manage to get out of that? 69 should have been on top of that straight away and just start to nade that and get the kills going.
The big one for me is we saw that Nova used offensive grenades instead of just, or not grenades, sorry, smokes. Instead of smoking the players stuck on the car, they smoked the vision lines that 69 had towards Nova. Now let's jump over and take a look at this fight breaking out. SSG looks like they are pinned down and taking some serious damage at the moment, but also returning it as it looks like.
I think Scarlet was pushing.
Scarlet was pushing, but they ended up getting the turnaround kill. You can see the replay here, and old boy gets that knock here from all rejection. Wow. That's beautiful.
That's some none shots there.
Look at him just swapping back and forth effortlessly, as that will be the end of Scar's Black. The champions of the last game going out.
World goes down as well. GC Blues are right down. They're taking a lot of control here on this hillside here, and that's great to see. But they gotta be careful, because they might just have teams pulling up from behind them right now.
Absolutely. I mean, they're working the edge, they're stopping from behind. Meanwhile, PLM and Nova now going head to head. Nova can't seem to get a break. For every time they escape a fight, they walk into another one. We've got Purple Mood up here on top of the hill, using the smokes effectively, but again, Nova right there as they move parallel to each other and start taking a lot of damage. That one goes down, making it a 3v4, I believe.
This is a super important fight, because we saw the circle pushing towards the north. That means PLM and Nova, they're just outside the circle. Whoever wins this fight, they're going to have such a good position for next circle.
While that fight was going on, Team Soul was eliminated, taking us down to 13 teams and 45 players left alive. The circle is closing. It's not in a city. It's on two ridge lines separated by a road that's basically a river for all intents and purposes. You don't want to get caught crossing that, do you?
Look, it's all about which side of the river you want to be on. I would say south right now, because the majority of the playground is there.
You got to remember, here in Miramar, it doesn't have the grass benefits of Sanhok, so a lot more smokes being required. Utility is how you make crosses on this map, and these teams are doing it very, very effectively. The problem, Froz, the smokes are going to run out. PLM can't be carrying that many more. They're getting sniped from the distance, RRQ causing problems. Meanwhile, Nova hitting them from the left side. What do you do in that situation? You know the smokes are running out.
You gotta come in. You gotta come into the fight. You can't just stay there. If you stay down there, you're basically saying, hey, we're already dead. We'll just try to survive for as long as possible. But you need to take the command there. Push.
There's an old saying from Nature Philosopher, just send it. And at some point, you gotta commit to that. Let's go to GC Busan, who looks like they may be following that just a little bit as they head uphill into really a mess on top of the mountain.
It's a lot of teams on top of the mountain. We have 10 of the teams are on towards the south side here. And it's just a big cluster.
So Bigatron up on the high ground, trying to defend it as much as they can. Similar to what PLM had to deal with in the last match, but it's not in the middle of the circle. That's going to be their biggest struggle, is all of these teams stuck on the edge. We got a quick glance back at PLM's situation. It looks like they're down to just one player, now in hiding inside of the smoke and hoping for the best. Meanwhile, Nova seems to continue their Teflon streak of dodging bullets as they move down the hill and manage to still survive with one player standing and one on his knees.
One is good enough. I mean, one is all you need, right? We saw that in the last game.
Bigatron manages to get the res. They're still going to stay 4 strong. They've got Busan behind them on the edge inside of the blue. He's trying to make the outside rotation. Goes for the spray. Rose ends up going down, and now Justice has the hopes and dreams of the team for this round on his shoulders as he continues to move alongside that blue.
Look, they got people all around him, and right now it's all about finish up one fight and focus on the next one. You don't want to take two fights at the same time.
No helmet on Zooksy, he's going to move around, does get the flush, but Unique is just around the corner. So no matter what the 1-2 punch of the Twins do here, they are going to struggle a little bit with how they get around this one. Bigatron looking to be forward, Unique on the side. Here we go over to Team 69. There's that bolt action we were talking about. You think he was good at the shot?
Not hitting the shots right now, though, but I'm looking forward to see those heads starting to pop.
I like the confidence that it shows. It says that they're willing to take those shots. They're willing to run the sniper and make teams pay the big bucks. Unique, trying to throw those. Oh, where are they getting it from? Is that coming up and over from Bigatron?
No, it was from Senior here on the left side.
Nice.
Hey, if you run up there, you see a nade land next to you, you want to run away.
Run away. Yeah, no, we all know the sound of that nade landing next to you, and the hope that maybe you ran the right way to get away from the bounce.
Look at the hard trick though. It's going to go to the south where all the teams were. And now Nova and 69, they're still on the north side, but they're the only two teams that need to cross the road to get to the circle.
You know, a minute ago, Bigatron wasn't in that great a spot, but with a yoink like that, they are right smack in the middle of the action. They can probably hold up and defend their position, whereas the teams like 69 and Nova have to find their way in. That is going to be very, very difficult. We'll jump to 69. Actually, ELG is, I think, going head-to-head with X-Quest at the moment. Paraboy just outside in the blue. That'll be the end of them with a nice little kill. RRQ putting in some serious work in this match.
Yeah, right now, it's still anybody's game because there's so many teams and the ground game. There's so many teams, blocks to hide behind.
RRQ giving a message to Team 69 saying, listen, you didn't get the shift. We talked about that road in the middle, how you had to be on the right side of it, and unfortunately 69 is caught on the wrong, and that will be the end, I believe, of Team 69. They just couldn't